Coming up next, Carlo with some tips on how to get your family dog ready for the dog days of summer.
Schools are starting to get out, weather's warming up, summer's close, so it's time to get outside and enjoy the outdoors or hit the road for a family trip. You're ready, but is your family dog? As you can see, I could use some help, so I went to an expert for some answers.
Enjoying the outdoors together is something many dog owners look forward to when it warms up.
Oliver, ball.
But is your dog ready for summer? And do you know what that even entails?
All right, let's go, buddy. Let me get your leash on you. Good guy. All right, let's go.
I knew I didn't, so I went to an expert.
Whoa. Hey, nice to meet you, Dr. Boyd. Pleasure to meet you. All right, this is Oliver.
Dr. John Boyd offered to help.
It's one of those deals where you just don't know what you don't know.
First things first, what are the big health dangers in summer? Going too hard too fast is a big one.
It seems to be at the beginning of summers or holidays when people first take them out and throw in the ball. That's when they tear their cruciate ligaments. That's when they hurt their hips. Dogs come up limping.
And the heat, dangerous in more ways than one.
His pads aren't rough yet. You walk him on the asphalt. It's hot, really hot. So don't forget, you got shoes on or flip-flops, right? These guys are burning, so be real careful where you walk, even across the beach.
Dehydration's a problem, so keep water with you. And of course, out on the trails, snake bites can happen.
Thing to do, as soon as it occurs, pick up your dog and go to the closest emergency critical care facility. We have them all over the county.
Another dog danger, distracted owners. That means you.
You know what? I'm just going to stop at work on my way to the beach, and then you go into work, you start talking to your colleagues, taking a phone call, doing whatever, and you forgot your dog is in the car. And you forgot, normally you roll the windows up for safety, and it's 80 degrees out, and now inside it's well over 120, 130 degrees in the car, and very quickly bad things happen.
So stay mindful of your furry passenger. And when you finally do make it to the beach,
they ingest all kinds of salt water. They drink so much seawater, and what happens is they get incredibly sick. And you forget about when you throw the ball out and they go through the waves, their mouth's open, they're breathing, they're just inhaling that water.
Bad things can also happen when you board your dog while you go out of town. You shouldn't just trust the facility, you should ask questions.
It's not dog storage. It's not like the old days, you know, where boarding was at a veterinary hospital in a cage, and they could fit stacked up cages, and they just put them away.
At Dr. Boyd's Pet Resort, they actually call it pet hospitality. The animals each have their own room, but are also mixed in with other dogs under staff supervision.
But then who's watching them during the day, and what do they do all day?
There's even grooming and an on-site hospital to tend to any medical needs your dog may have.
Oliver, you want a treat?
One danger I didn't even consider, Oliver's lack of training. If he's off leash, he's out of my control.
Voice command is exactly what you do not have right now.
And having voice command could help my dog avoid threats like rattlesnakes, cars, and more. But is my case hopeless?
He's like, I'm here. Can you please pay attention to me now? I just want your attention.
Trevor Beckas, trainer extraordinaire and general manager here, says consistency and persistence are the keys.
And dogs learn through patterns, so the more structure that we can give them, the better they're going to perform, the more they're going to do what we want them to do.
All right, so obviously it's going to take a little bit longer, and you haven't even seen, oh, there you go. It's going to take a little while to get Oliver straightened out. He's a good dog, but he's just, I'm a bad owner. I haven't trained him right. So they're going to help me get him straightened out. We're going to come back in a couple of months and see if we can get him.
Really sweet, but not well trained?
No, kind of like me,
I know. They say dogs are a lot like their owners.
Yeah, sit. Watch, he's going to do the same thing. This is him. So Dr. Boyd's Pet Resort's going to help me out with that. Their website's really great, too, for a lot of general tips, and they even had some advice. We're talking about what do you do if your dog goes on a road trip with your family. One of the big things they say you need to do, like if you're not boarding, if you want to take him in the car, get him used to short trips first.
Yes.
And then make sure you have him either in a transport kennel or a dog seat belt, and make sure he's not rambunctious like this guy.
I'm thinking a dog kennel for starters on him. He'll be chewing through the seatbelt. Dr. Boyd, you got your work cut out for you.
Oh, and Trevor's going to help me out. You're great. I do love you, though. All right.